Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of this I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we took back the Castellum Veladina, or the bridge over here in the fringes. And today we're going to go and deal with some snakes and some other stuff. Oh sorry, I was distracted by the grumbling of my stomach. Thanks to the Guardians, we've been having trouble maintaining our food stores. Custom dictates that any game brought back to the village must be distributed evenly among everyone, but there hasn't been much to go around lately. Without fear of harassment from the Guardians, we can finally begin hunting again, but there's still much to do if we're going to replenish our supplies. Any chance you'd be willing to help? If you could bring back, say, 3 Teleocerasses? It would be a great help. You find them to the north of here, but don't kill them. We'll need their meat to be as fresh as possible when it's put away. When you farm them down enough, you can stuff them into these bags, without much of a fight. Now I know what you're thinking, but trust me, they'll fit. Stay safe out there. At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I have been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather, your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep to the forest with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her into this world. If that is your wish, then so be it. To the north you will find our village. Sarissa shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Manago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Follow that snake. Gonna have to bag these boys, huh? Okay. I can see the problem. That should be good enough. Yuck. Hey, what's the dog doing? Starts furiously tapping the button. Basically any time that you do a rotation. There we go. You're back. Do those bags contain what I think they do? Perhaps it is better not to ask how a 10 tons dinosaur could fit into the sack. Wow, you really did it. Not that I didn't think you could, mind you. It's just been so long since anyone here has the guts to contend with those beasts. You can be sure we'll make good use of them. Their meat for rations is a given, but their horns and bones shall make good tools, and their hides can make belts and boots. Did you know the Teleoceras isn't even native to this land? The Guardians used them for carrying freights, but the Sods couldn't keep them under control. A few of them escaped into the wilds, started breeding, and here we are. I guess you could say it's a blessing in disguise. If they hadn't brought Teleoceras here, we'd have one less source of meat and material for fashioning our tools. Damn, boy, he's thick. Hello, Ether Cone, that I was definitely looking for. To the northeast. I leveled up from location XP. Now that right there is a It's quite something. Wow, geez, I just got both of these? It's kind of wild. Wait, I put this on one of my mouse buttons, right? 1 second. That does seem to make sense. Yes? Yeah. Well, I'll fix that when it becomes apparent. I'll also explain his moves once they become apparent. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisha of the Vera. You are here, are she not? You are Shia, are you not? Ah. You have petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them, but we would first learn more of Sri Lakshmi, if you might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, and one I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. There is naught she would not give. It was the Kalyana's brood mother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection, which first called for Sri Lakshmi from the ether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The Primus Modus will have been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may also have harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Vera. This is true. The Vera and Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Vera, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will. And so we stand with the resistance against the Empire, and give our lives for the cause. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental purity, which they strive to create through their craft, to shape crystals in less art and more ritual, a sacred duty wherein each tribute is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana are content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself and they summoned a primal, fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they consider it won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these hands. Nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade the Vera make pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them see reason? Know that I'll kill your god if I have to, maybe if I don't. You can count on us. Then we shall, for without you we may be powerless to stop them. If you not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister Vajra will show you to Janan Khat. Or Khat? I don't know. And I shall pray for your success. Hello, I am Snick. Well met, Scions. I'm Vajra, she who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready, believe upon your command. Casting. You are ready? You look ready. Janan Khat, there you find the Kalyana's crystals, and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. Da-da-da. Adventure, I would ask a favor of you. In recent days, strange men have been stealing prey from our hunting grounds. They appear to be Alamegans, but they do not recognize us as allies. They refuse to listen when we explain they are trespassing. If they were to see another spider in our company, they may not be so quick to fight and flee. They were last spotted to the east of here. Please go and speak with them before anyone comes to harm. I have an idea for how I can do that. Let's first go and do the main quest. Yeet. I remember this particular place because I used to grind the Gaganas like crazy because I needed their skins. So I spent a god-awful amount of time over here. Is the result. Whatever. Janan Kat. The path leads to an entrance above. Within is an aetherite. You must use it to enter. Understood. With me, everyone. I'm a little disembodied flying head. Yeah. Let's say hello to Big Elephant. Elefante. Excuse me. Damn it. That sound gives me PTSD. Mainly because it sounds like Melusine. Melusine sucks. So I think we have all these recurrents now, yeah? Okay. And it gives all the ones above ground. Above ground, yeah, sure, no. All the ones in the overworld. Not blocked behind questage.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still?
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade. Not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alisaie, have you gone mad?
Always has been.
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting.
My immersion.
No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor, misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens. Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
You have chosen death. I know, it was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Lynn. I had to. I had to try, and I failed. So you have to fight. There's no other way. Primal's gonna be suffered to live, you know this. I'll wake them from the dream. Thank you, Lynn. I know you will. We can do that which is within our power. Lise, Alfina, and I will go and seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, we will be waiting for you. Emanation, now accessible. Alright, so my idea was, while I am waiting for this to queue, or for this to pop, I will go and do that quest. I can perfectly juggle this. I don't usually juggle this kind of stuff, but it works, so why not? What in the hell not? Still adore this music. It's so good. Miss me with that shit. Yeah, Robert. Oh god, we've got company. Thank you all. I do wonder if that is actually the button that I used for it now. I really feel like that was a button that I would put on... Actually, no. I put another skill in 5. I don't remember now, actually. Because there was like the normal thing, and then this one, and that one. The big thing in 5. Yeah, this makes sense. Sorry. Please wait if you would listen just a moment. Ah, keep that thing away from me! I fear I won't listen to anything I have to say. Would you go after him and explain these people are trespassing? I must tend to my wounds. Boom. You were trying to have that thing, weren't you? What do you want? They only wanted us to leave their hunting grounds? So they're not savage monsters looking to feast on our innards? I see, sorry about that. It's not every day you see something like that where I come from. Me and my friends are from a small village in the peaks, you see. And with the Guardians blocking all the ways in and out of the place, we'd never traveled far. Now that they're mostly gone, we thought we'd have a look around. Maybe scavenge for a bit of food. We didn't mean no harm, honest. If it's all the same to you, we'll leave and go look for food somewhere far, far away from here. Good idea. Now get the fuck out of here. Everybody loves a good walking. Yes, even I. The man glued to his chair enjoys a walk every now and again. Well, have fun with that elephant. Yeah, I returned. Were they willing to listen? Man from the peaks. Interesting. They were concerned the M tribe may have coerced them into stealing from our land. My sisters would be relieved to hear this. If these people are desperate enough to venture in for food, perhaps we can help them. A deal of some kind. A share of our food stores in exchange for materials for our gem crafting. Yes, that would be a fair trade. I will need to discuss this with my sisters. The beginning of a fruitful partnership may be at hand. Right. And now I will be right back. You know, for when the queue pops. That honestly wasn't too long. I mean, I guess I'm in peak hours right now, so I suppose that shouldn't be too big of a surprise. Peak gaming hours. Right, we have a duty action for this duty. In the form of Thrill. Use a etheric residue lingering in body law. Either way, it's gonna shield you from certain attacks and certain debuffs, so we will use that when we need to. First kill the 2 ads. Hand of Grace. Some people are going to get marked. are going to get certain AoEs to deal with. Mine is a line at the moment, and the other one too. So you kind of have to like aim a little bit. Try not to overlap it, of course. I was gonna stay here. I don't care too much about doing max deeps. The Pull of Lights is a time question. Got a Hand of Beauty. Means that so many people are going to get marked. This time with AoEs, and I think they're just the normal size of AoEs, like the size that it shows, as far as I'm aware. I'm also mixing up stuff from, yeah, it's just like the normal AoEs, and then they leave it probably in. It's a little bit confusing when you know the EX fights more than the normal fights. Which is basically what's happening. Anyway, it's time to use Vril. Vril will protect you from the ultimate attack that she is about to perform by becoming giant. Someone just used Super Bolide. Not sure if they had Vril in them. Retesting something. Into the bosom we go.
I shall free you from your hate.
And then we have Chanchala, which is going to power up her moves. To a certain degree, in any case. Now, Divine Denial, which is an area that's going to push us back, and if you do not use Vril, it's going to yeet you off of the arena. If you use Vril, then it's going to be fine. Hand of Beauty again. Some more AoEs to deal with. However, the AoEs, especially those over there, are now going to do a lot more. Also, the Pull of Light was normally, like, you would also have to use Vril to lower the amount of damage that Pull of Light does at this point. In any case, in the extreme. Also, as you can see, when the AoEs happen during this particular phase, they will also expand quite exponentially. Somebody got a marker on them, which will make it so that Lakshmi is going to aim that thing towards you. Like towards the person in question and be just a big old conal attack. But there is a stack marker happening over there. Stop him. What in the hell are you doing, lady? We're gonna get this. Let's have another Vril. And Chanchala phase is over. A lot of AoEs. Kind of forgot about that. But this is not in Chanchala mode. It'll be fine.
I shall free you from your hate.
But then she just immediately goes back into it. And more AoEs. Of course, the one that makes it so that I can't really stay close to her. It's on me and the other melee DPS. I'm just gonna stand still. Let people move out of the way. And we're going to use the LB2 because LB3 is not really gonna happen in this. she goes.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help. So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Meanwhile, in the Evil Empire. Well, not so much. In the Evil Leia.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Fedolorem lupus.
Commander of the Cranial Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
I wish he could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. Could be a problem if they get their hands on more crystals, though. Never mind, he will deal with that when the time comes. Slay! Yeah. Oh, actually inferior to what I was good with. Oh well. You have done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word of them to. Let's bring word to them of Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Viranilya. Keep an eye out for the next level, the next MSQ level. The winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kiryana sisters in her thrall. For this, we thank you. Then did the deed. We were but witness to her heroism. However, I fear, there she is. I fear this is only the beginning, for there's no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sisters' plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path. so that the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together, Almegan and Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully in time they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of the Vera. On that you have my word. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. Girl. Ronald Weasley. Just love your soul. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Turpin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Shwilaxi is gone. But I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible, I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. We've saved a lot of lives, Lynn. Take pride in that. Let's be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient ether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce such restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters, then. What news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Valadina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally! It was also most empathetic that you be spared further duties from the present. You are to rest. It will not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as her, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Benago. You've been away from your family too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. I'll make the most of our time here. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you all a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of the Valadina. Not voice acted? Okay. Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks for your many valiant deeds. Those mushrooms! Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, eat your fill of all our food, and drink deep of our spirits. There's more than enough for all. Oh, you put it that way. Don't mind if I do. Chicken strips. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook well. Or just could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. And my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. My mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. But they wouldn't let us have even that. Theodoric, Gaius, of course. Father and Ida had to fight. I would have too, if I'd been older. But they didn't have to die. Yeah, whatever. It never ends, does it? God's beasts, and they treat us like them. They push, and they push, and they... Until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms, or summons a god. A false god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak? When people fight and die, and nothing gets better. And it just goes on and on and on. There is no justice. Just us. I know. That's why we're here, isn't it? Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are, or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well then. Nodders. Monago. There's something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? You must cherish these moments. Fleeting as they are, the fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. Casting. I can fly! I trust you are well rested and refreshed, yes? Then let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, but I expect we will pass many of our comrades on the road east. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we will need only to identify ourselves to the soldier in order to pass. What level is this? 68! So with that, my friends, I think I'm gonna end off over here. I hope you enjoyed this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode we are going to have another bunch of job quests to do. Goodbye.